21st Amendment Brewery out of, San Leandro, California. Hell or High Pomegranate is a beer brewed with pomegranates and natural flavor. Again, natural flavor. What is natural flavor? Anyway, 4.9% alcohol. Let's give it a shot. 21st Amendment Brewing Company. I've had a few of their beers. I think one of their most memorable, and I could be wrong, so I'm not even going to say the name because I don't want to sound like an idiot right now. And I mean, I'm not saying that that's not normal or what happens on a regular basis. I'm just simply saying I don't want to go that extra mile and really, well, pin the tail on the donkey by sounding even more dumb. So my point is, I've had them before. I should have just said that and let it go from the start. But the one I've had before that was most notable was their watermelon. High watermelon, I believe it was called. Very watery, very limited on the flavor when you came to the actual watermelon flavor. Wasn't sweet. Almost felt like they were trying to go for some sort of light beer / healthy, but almost like in that seltzer category, even though it wasn't a seltzer and didn't have any kind of seltzer additives to it that made it feel like a seltzer, but it was just a light beer with a very, very, very light watermelon flavor. I think they're going for that refreshing aspect, which you can't knock. It's a very good look and very good angle at the beer industry. A lot of companies do it, and it works because during the hot months, people want to be outside and people want to have a good, refreshing adult beverage. And if you add just a slight bit of watermelon to that, I could see that working. However, I feel like they added just the bare amount, and it was nowhere near enough. On to this beer. This one does the same thing. It's trying to do it with pomegranate, and it's just not doing it. It's so light. It's so airy. Am I saying it's not refreshing? Absolutely not. It's a refreshing beer, but it's so on that light side that if you're looking for a heavy pomegranate flavor, you're not going to get it. If you're looking for a good beer flavor, you're not going to get it. This is lighter than a Miller Lite, lighter than a Bud Light, and it's a slight fruit flavor, but it's not sweet. So what are you really asking for? If you're going to spend your money, and this is where it really draws the line. If you're going to spend your money for something, you probably want to enjoy it. You want to get what the branding is telling you you're going to get, and you got to be happy with the product. Now, if I go into a store and I see something in a wrapper that says a chocolate bar, and I take a bite into it and I don't taste chocolate, I'm probably going to be upset unless I'm looking for whatever nutrients a chocolate bar would provide, and I don't think that's why I'm buying a chocolate bar. So if you're buying a pomegranate beer, you're probably buying it, or in like their latter case, which was the watermelon beer, you're probably buying it because you want to taste that pomegranate or that watermelon. And if you're not getting it, which I don't, and I know some people might be out there and completely disagree with me, and that's fine. That's exactly why you have the choice to watch this channel or not. And I'm not sitting here criticizing you or saying go watch something else. I'm simply saying that everybody's palate is different. I'm just trying to save you the financial, maybe nuisance of going out and trying to buy a pomegranate beer that labels it as pomegranate, and then when you get home and you take a sip of it, well, maybe not so much. So my issue is this, and just like the watermelon one, is what are you buying? Are you buying it because it's a light beer? Is that 21st Amendment's thing? Is that what they're trying to do? Is that just a series of beers that they're trying to do? Is make it very light, very airy, very, very minuscule on the flavor? And honestly, I'm not sure. I just know that I wanted pomegranate and I wanted watermelon, and I didn't get either of those. Not that I'm reviewing the watermelon one, which maybe one day in the future I will, but I just can't justify sacrificing the money on a watermelon beer again that I was extremely disappointed with 4, 5, 6 years ago now. My drinkability, yeah, you could drink a 6-pack of these. It's so light, it's so airy, it's not sweet, it's not overly flavorful, and with that you're kind of just drinking a very refreshing light beverage, which could be their sticking point. But I just don't see this as something that somebody would want to come back to over and over again when there's other options on the market if you want flavor in your drink. I see this as a more summer or warm month beer because of the pomegranate that's supposed to be in it and the lightness of the beer. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, I got to give this a 3. It's not what you asked for. It's not what you want. You can get a Michelob Ultra Lime or Cactus Lime or a Bud Light Lime or a Bud Light Orange or a Bud Light Lemon, whatever, and get probably the same amount of calories, maybe even less, who knows, and more flavor out of the beer than you will get from this. And I'm not critiquing or insulting 21st Amendment Brewing Company. I'm just simply saying that whatever they're trying to get after or attack in a profit-wise or in some sort of marketability-wise, I'm not understanding it, and I don't think many of the customers will too. But that's just my point of view, and that's why this is my channel, because I want to give my point of view. But that being said, I'm not the happiest with these guys, and I knew picking this up I'd be somewhere along that same line as I was with the watermelon one, and I just had to make sure that it wasn't just that one beer that did it wrong for me. It had to be another one. But anyway, if you want to go out and try it, absolutely. And if you disagree with me, please let me know. I'm all about seeing both sides of the shoe, or both sides of the foot, the tread, the heel, the toe. I'm all about discussing. So anyway, that's Hell or High Pomegranate by 21st Amendment Brewing Company out of California, and 4.9% alcohol. So I'll look for your next beer, guys.